Hello guys, welcome back once again to another episode of Learn Data Analytics with Blessing. And in today's video, we'll be building your first mini project using Power BI. Now today you see how easy it is to use Power BI to build a report compared to Microsoft Excel. You know how stressful it was. So without wasting much of our time, let's just dive into the business of the day. So we'll be using this data we've been working with so far to just create a very small report, and also I'll add some small spice to it to make it much more educative. All right, so let's just start. First thing I want to do is I want to insert a shape. So just go to your insert tab, then you can see we have the shape here. So I would just and the reason why I just brought this color is because currently, so let me just go back and go to my view tab, and you'd find out that this is the theme we are using currently. So let's just leave it at that. I'm just going to come here and drag this a little bit to this end. Yeah, so what next do I want to do? I want to add my new card visual so that I would be able to show. So this is the new card visual here, and I have this. I want to be able to show the total revenue, total profit, total orders, as well as the total customers and products. So let's just start adding them in. Come here to my key measures, and I'll check the total revenue. I'll check the total profit, as well as total orders, as well as the total customers, then total product. So just this 5. With this visual selected, go back to this format your visual, and I would come here to the layouts, and I'll increase it from 3 to 5 since we have five metrics there. So you can see how that we have total revenue, total profit, total orders, total customers, and total product. So I'm still editing this, still in the format your visual. I go to the color value, and you see that you can see the font size is 45. I'll reduce it from 45 to 25, then make it bold, and I want to make it to be in the center. That's too small, so let's give it 30 and say 30. So I think I'm okay with this 30. I'm going to insert a text box as a title for what we are doing. So I go to my insert, and you can see text box here. Here we have our text box. I'll just name this sales analysis report. Okay, then I will increase the size. I'll go with 16. Let's try 18. Make it bold. So I'll take this here and place it at the top. All right, so I'm good with this. So now we know what we're working on. The next thing I want to do is to insert a table to show me the top 10 products, as well as the revenue generated from those products and the profit. So I'll insert a table visual here. So I insert a table visual, then I would go to my product lookup table, add the product itself, then I'll add the orders, total orders, then total revenue and profit. So I have this way. Don't forget it's going to be top 10 products based on the total orders that have been placed so far. So I'm going to sort this. Just click on this and it will sort it. Can you say in order of the largest orders placed for every of the product? You can see it. Then I'll go back here to let's reduce this a bit. Currently we've not added the filter to return the top 10 products. To do that, I'll come here. You can see here on the filter pane, you see all the metrics and the columns we've added. You can see for the product, the total orders, total profit, and total revenue. I'll come here to the one for products since I want to get the top 10 products. And filter type, I don't want basic featuring. With basic featuring, you just select the product you want to see, which is not what we want to do. What we want to do is to find or see the top 10 products based on the orders that have been placed so far. So I'll come here to click on the drop button and I'll select top N. So from here, show items top what? Top 10. I'll type in 10. If you want 5, type in 5. Then what value do you want to filter it based on? I want to filter based on the total orders. I'll drag the total orders here and I'll hit apply. And you can see we have just the top 10 products based on the total orders. Then you get to see the revenue for every of it and the profit as well. Then I'm just going to go back to my format visual for that table. The style preset, I don't want it to be the default type. I want it to be none for now to remove those things. So you can see the way it is. I don't want to see this total here. I'll just come here and go to totals. Now switch up the values for total. Then I think I'm okay. We need a title. So I'll come here to general and switch on the button for title, then type in what I want. I want it to be top 10 product based on the orders placed. So I'm okay with this. You can as well, do you want to make it bold? Do you want to increase the font size? Anything you want to do to it, I'm okay with it. So I'm okay with this. Just increase a bit. Good. I'm okay with this. The next thing I want to see the customers based on their agenda. I'll just select anywhere outside of any of the visuals, then check the box for donut. I'll bring this here, and I want to add in first. Go to your customer lookup, check the gender. Then I would go to my key measures and select total customers. So let's come here to total customers. So we have this. Currently it's showing total customers by customer gender. If I don't want it to show this way, I want the category name itself at the top. So just come here. I don't want legend. This is the legend. I don't want legend. I'll switch legend off. Or before switching that off, let's come here to details first. You can see the position currently is showing outside. If I want it to be inside, click on inside, or preferred outside. Inside, it will be inside, but I want it to be outside, so I leave it at outside. Then scrolling down here, you see label content. Currently showing you the data value, then the percentage. I don't want it to be that way. I want to see the category as well as the percentage of total. So I'll click on category and percentage of total. Since it's showing us F, which is for female, that we have 49.38 female customers, then 50.61% male customers. I don't need this customer gender because we have the details right here telling us what exactly those slides are for. So I would uncheck the legend and total customers by gender. You may want to tweak that title a bit to give it customers based on their genders. Do the same thing, but customers based on their gender. So I'm okay with this. I'm just going to reduce the size a bit to this end. So you can as well increase the size of your labels. So just come here to your visuals. Let's scroll down. Here we have values. Still under details labels, you have your values. So here in your values, you can increase it from 9, which is the default, to increase. You can see I have this, so this makes more sense, and I can make it bold as well. So I have this now, very, very clear. The next thing I want to see is I want to see the total revenue based on the country. To do this, you can just use, I'll use a map visual here since it's just special data that will have to be location. So I'll use a map visual. I'll show you how to use both here. So let's say I'm going to make use of this one, this first one, this map. I'll click on map and we have this. I'll bring the map here. So let me just reduce the size of this a bit. Okay, I still want to reduce the size of this a bit. So let's go back to my details and my values, and I'll give it 12 is fine, so that way I can adjust Yeah, so I'm okay with this. We just added a map visual. Then I'm going to go to the dim for location. That's a location lookup, and I'll select the country. Then I'm going to select my total revenue. So you can see that we have all these bubbles you are seeing represent. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I did this now. First, let's hold on. I'll show you how I added this tooltip. But let's continue. I'll show you how I added the tooltip later. Let's continue. I don't like the way this is looking. It's going to be contradict the color of our visual, so I'll just go back here to my format visual, and you can see here mapping settings. Under style, currently is on road. I want to give it grayscale, so it should gray out. This makes more sense. Then here you have bubble, so you can increase the size of your bubble. It's currently showing -10. You can increase it, and it's going to be more bigger, you know. So this way you're seeing that. Very good. So revenue by country, that's okay. I love that one, the way it is. Then I want to see the sales trend over the years. Then I'm going to go here, click anywhere outside any of my visuals, then select the line chart. The line chart is best used when you want to show trends over the years, over a period of time. So I'll just add this here, and I'm okay. Then I want to add show sales trend over time. Then I'll go back to my key metrics, then add in the total revenue, and I'm going to add in, so go back to my dim calendar, and I want to I'll add in the year. Just take this to the ASICs, add in the year, so you can see that. But I want to be able to drill down. When I click on a particular year, I should be able to see for the quarter, for the weeks, for the month, for every of it. To get this, most people would go ahead to just drag quarter, add it here, then drag the month name, add it, then drag the what else, the date, add it in. So you can see, notice the moment you place all this here, you get to see that we have, let me just cancel this ones here. You get to see that we have, okay, so hold on, I'm trying to bring this in. Let me just bring this date in instead. So you can see this showing you, let me just you have these buttons the moment we added it in like that, right? So let me just scroll up. So anytime if I want to drill down, you can see this button. This is for click to turn on drill down button. This is if you want to go to the next level in the hierarchy, and if you want to expand all down one level in the hierarchy. I'm going to click on this button. If you want to drill down, you have to click on this button to turn on the drill button. Then I'll select, let's assume I want to check for 2015. I'll click on 2015, and this expands to, okay, first quarter of 2015, second quarter. So you can see the trend. It means there was an increase in the fourth quarter in 2015. Same thing, if I want to go back, just click on this drill up, and it takes it back to the parent level. But the best way I feel you can do this, instead of just adding all this here, is to just create a date hierarchy. Right, so hierarchy is a set of related data feeds that are categorized in a hierarchical way, such that one level is the parent of another level. For example, you have year. Inside every year we have quarter, and in every quarter we have month. In every month we have weeks. In every week you have day. So that is hierarchy. Same thing for country. In every country we have state. In every state you can see we have some regions. In every regions we have, just that the way it is. Same thing if you have for category of product. In category we have subcategory. In subcategory we now have the product itself. That is hierarchy. That is you arranging your data, related data, in a way that one level is the parent of another level. So same thing we'll be doing here. Instead of me just adding all this here, I will just create an hierarchy and add my data all in, and that would help me. So let's see. I have one hierarchy created here already, but I'll show you how to do that. So let's just clear everything off. So we'll clear this away, so we are good. To get the same result I have here, all I have to do is to come here to the year itself. I would right click on it. Then once I right click, you would see create hierarchy. Create hierarchy. Then that would help you create hierarchy. When you're creating hierarchy, make sure you click on the first parent level, which year is in. Year is going to be the start, then others can come in after year, from year to quarter, quarter to month, and month to the week, then week to the day. Anyhow you want to, not anyhow, but it has to be in that order. So I'm waiting for that. So currently you can see year hierarchy. So I'll rename this to B, not year hierarchy. I'm going to give this date 2. Since we have one date hierarchy, yes, I have to just give date 2 so that I won't have any issue. Then once I'm done with this, I've created this date hierarchy now. Then I'll go straight to the quarter. So let's go straight to the quarter, waiting for it. So you can see this here. I'll go straight to the quarter. I'll right click on quarter, and you would see add to hierarchy. I'll add it to hierarchy 2. So we're waiting. After that, we go to month. Then I think day is the least one here. So let's wait. I'll select month, right click on month as well. I would say add to hierarchy, and that will add it to the hierarchy. Then the last thing is to add the day to the hierarchy. So I'll click on this and right click, and you can see add to hierarchy, date hierarchy. Okay, so we are waiting, and that has been added. When you click on this date 2 hierarchy, you get to see all that you've added: the year, the quarter, the month, and the name. Working with this date 2, I would add this instead, date 2 hierarchy. I just checked the box and it added it in here. So you can see this, it makes more sense this way, right? So I'll come here, I'll increase this, take it high, take it to the highest level. Yeah, this very good. Okay, so the next thing, with this now I can drill down. If I click on this drill button to turn on the drill mode, once I come to 2014 and click on 2014, I get to see that, oh, this is from first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter. So you can see the trend over the years for every of the year, the quarter, the month, the week, the day, as many they added to the date hierarchy. Okay, so I'm just going to go back, and the next thing I want to show us here is how we can use a tree map. I also want to see the product categories, or category, as well as the product in those categories and the orders placed for them. So that way I get to see the highest orders placed for every of the categories and for the subcategories, as well as the product itself. So come here, select somewhere outside the visual, and I'll come to my tree map. Selected tree map is going to be here. So tree map, we have this here. Then I would add in, go to my key measures and add in the total. So let me just raise this up a bit. Add in total orders. So we have this. Then you need to add in the category, which now let's just create the hierarchy for product as well. So I'll come here to product category, I'll right click, and I'll say create hierarchy. Then I'll give that, so you can see product category hierarchy. So I would love to rename it to just let me just give this product hierarchy instead. So hold on, I'll give this product hierarchy instead. Delete. Okay, so I'll add in the subcategory, right click on this, and I would say add to hierarchy, product hierarchy. Same thing for the product itself. So you're waiting for it to pop up. And don't mind, the reason why it's taking this time is because you already have some visuals there, so it's taking its time to, load everything. Then I'm going to do the same thing for products. Right click, then add to hierarchy, product hierarchy, and we have this. Then let's click on this drop down and see all the, so you can see product category, the subcategory, as well as the product itself. So I'm okay with this. I can add this now to my tree map. I'll check this product hierarchy and it goes straight to it. You can see this now. You get to see the accessories and the others. As I hover around, you get to see the others and the bikes. And same thing for the clothing. I want to see the data labels. So come here to my build visual, then check the data label. You can see it based on the others place. For accessories, a total of 70k others we placed. Same goes to bike and 17k to clothing. Looking at this, I get to know which one is the high, which one has the highest orders and which one has the least orders. So if you want to drill in the accessories category, click on, make sure this drill is turned on. If it's turned on, I can now click on accessories and it's to give me category of, so you can see for tires and tubes and bottles and cage, helmets, fenders. You can get to see the amount of orders placed for every of those subcategory in. So if I click on this tire and tube, this is subcategory now. It's telling you total orders by products category and subcategory. If I click on this tire and tubes now, it's also drilled down. I get to see the product itself. So you can see under tire and tubes we have patch, kits, and 8 patches. So 10k, mountain tires, road tires, touring tire tubes, ML road tire. And if you want to use a tree map, make sure you have a very wide space for it so that you can see all the product itself. I'm just showing you how to. So I'll just use this other button to go up. So go up. I'm okay with this. And one thing about these visuals in Power BI is that once you click on one, it interacts with others. It also affects others. It slides others through. But let's for example, I don't want this tree map to affect. You notice every of the visuals here changed. I don't want it to affect. Let's say I don't want it to affect this line charts here showing the trends by year. I'm just going to come here, select this tree map. Then you can see here in your format tab, you'd see edit interaction. Once I click on edit interaction, then you can see all these buttons here. Can you see them? Now come here to this place, the one for the line chart. I would click on this none, means don't filter it. Let's go back. So I'm done with this and I'll just go back to click that button. If I click on this, you would notice that all that's changed, but this line chart will not change. So that's because I already set it not to edit, not to filter this line chart. You can see for every other one, this is showing in white color, right? But for this is showing dark color. I've stopped it from filtering this line chart. So let's just go back to, and if you want to undo that, just click on this and that would solve the problem. Filter, so you can see that. So I'm okay with this. I'm just going to drill up. Then the next thing I want to do is to add my slicers. So I'll come here to slicer, click anywhere outside. I want to add a slicer for year, for the product, as well as for country. So I'll come here, I'll select this slicer. So we have this here. I'll bring this to this place, to the top here. So let's see, I want to add slicer for the year. So I'll come to my dim calendar, I'll check year. Currently it's showing this way. Let's see why is it giving us this. So it's showing this way. This is why it's brought out that icon, is because that space wasn't enough to contain it. Come here to your slicer setting and the option is style of the slicer. I don't want it to show, it's currently on between. I want it to show drop down, and I have this, so I'll take it up. So this is my slicer. Ctrl C, Ctrl V. I also want the one for year. I have the one for year and I want the one for the product category. Same thing for the state, the country I mean. So I'll come here I would go to the one for, and I would say I want the one for product category, remove the year. So you can see this, copy, Ctrl V since I've copied before, and so I have this here, and I'm going to do for country. Dim location, I'll check country, I will check the year, and that should give us so yeah, it's making sense, right? So we have our slider at the top for the year. So if you want to check for any of the year, you can click on any of the sliders here and it will slice through. Of course, if I click on 2015, it will give me details for 2015. Can see it. So don't be surprised here, you're only seeing 2015. So I can drill down to see the quarter in the year 2015. So you can see this same thing. I can drill down again, move to the next level. It shows me the month. And so yes, for someone who's trying that at our end, we might have issue of maybe January is not, the months are not sorted in this manner. You won't be able to see it January, February, March, April, May until you sort it yourself. And how do you sort this? Just go back to your table view, click on your table view. In your table view, once it pops up, click on the dates calendar, that's the dim calendar. Once you've done that, you'd select the month name. Once you select the month name, you'd see sort by column in the sort group. Click on the drop down button, and currently mine, you can see mine is on month, where month is based on number, it contains numerical value. So sort on month, so it's going to sort in that order, 1, 2. So you click on month, and sometimes when you click on month, it will fix that. And sometimes even after clicking on that to arrange the months in the order of January, February, March, it might start from December, November, then like that till January starts from the right. How do I fix that? Go back to my visual. So here you can see currently this line chart is selected. I'll click on this 3 dots at the top here, and you'd see sort as is. If it's going to be based on month, you can see the sort order. The sort as is currently in descending order. If I click on ascending order, it arranges it. So sometimes just could be in this form, so it arranges it back to where it should be. But don't forget, the trend has to be, so you can see it. You can see the trend in October, this is in December, then in November, so you can see the trends like that. So I'm just going to go back to this, then switch this off. I'm not drilling down. That's how you sort when the month name is not in order. You just sort by the column name, the column month that contains the number. Okay, so I'm okay with this. Can you see how that this is new card visual? We have our sliders here. We have total, the top 10 product based on the orders placed, customers based on the agenda. Yeah, so for this map, let me click on this map. I can change this from this to this view map. So once I change to view map, you'd see we have a new type of map. So waiting for it to pop up so you can see. But most times I prefer to use this other one, or I use the ArcGIS map. But I'll show us. So we have this, but I prefer that one, this particular one, so that yeah, I get to see for the bubbles that represent the revenue for every of the countries. Well, then the next thing I want to add to this before we look at the tooltips aspect is I want to add, so let's see this. Okay, this is 2. I'll delete this. All right, so I want to add, what if I want to add maybe a picture or icon? First, the only icon I'm going to add to this is just a LinkedIn icon. If I want to link this report to my LinkedIn, so that anyone that clicks on that icon for LinkedIn get to see my LinkedIn page. Then I would just come here to insert, then you see images, and I'll select this LinkedIn icon, hit open, and to bring that in, so I'll just reduce this size and bring this here. So I have this here. If I want to link this, you see that we have the format image pane here. The action is going to be switched, so I'll switch it on. I'll come here to actions, the type of action, come here and select the web URL, then I'll type in my URL. You just type that in, you copy your linking URL or any of the social media accounts you want to link it to, or anything you want to link it to, copy the URL and paste it here. And that anybody that clicks on it, anytime you publish a Power BI service would see it and be able to click on that link to access those places you've linked it with. So I'm okay with this. And the next thing I'm going to look at is just how we can add bookmark. So bookmark, I want to add a bookmark so that when I add filter, slice my data with any of the slicers here, filter them with any of the slicers, I'll be able to use that bookmark to go back to unfilter everything at once. So I'll just come here, sit in my insert tab, so you can see buttons here. I'll click on buttons. Let's say I want to work with this particular one, so I'll bring this here. I'll bring this here. Okay, so you can format this as well. The style of your button, currently the default state, that's the default state. Then if you want to, the icon is an icon. You want to, it has a line. If you want to change the line color, maybe from dark gray to white, to change the line color to that. So, and if you want to add, shadow to it, if I switch this on now, you see we have shadow, but I don't want to add shadow to it, so I'll remove that. So I'm okay with this. And the next thing is want to make sure that anytime we apply filters on this data, apply filter on it, if I come back to click on this button, it should clear off all the filter. So one thing about bookmark is when you add bookmark, before you add bookmark, it captures the state of your reports that you want it to capture. Then anytime you are done, when you click on that particular button, it reviews that state back, it brings back that state again. So let's see. I want it to return currently now, no filter is applied, everything is still in the normal state that it is. So I'll come here to my view tab, then you can see these bookmarks, and I'll also open this. So here we have, let me just delete this. Let me delete this one I have here. I would say add bookmark, and I'll rename this bookmark. Either double click on it or click on these 3 dots and you see rename. But I'm going to double click on it and I'll give this bookmark clear all filter. Clear all filter. Once I'm done, I'll hit enter. So I want everything here on this report is what you're seeing here. The button, the image, the slicer, the total orders, everything here are what you're seeing here. So if I don't want it to show anyone when the bookmark is going to be on, I'll just hide them, but I'm not hiding anything. I want it to be. So I'll come here and I'll say update. So the next thing I want to do is, with this button selected, I'll come here to the actions, and the action type is not back. The action type is going to be bookmark. So what kind of bookmark? I've created one already, which is clear all filter. So I'm okay with this. If you want to add a tooltip, there's a text that when you hover around that, you get to see what is this for. Clear all filter. Clear all filter. Hit OK or just enter. So I'm okay with this. Then let's go back. Let me just switch all this, close them. If I filter this by product category, let's say accessories, I also added the one for Canada, same thing for the 2014. I just add all these filters to it, then I come here, drill down, I've applied a lot of filter. If I want to go back to its original state where we don't have any filter attached or any filter applied, just come here and click on, currently since I'm currently on the desktop, I'll just click on, press Ctrl, then my left mouse here, and that will take it back to the original position. This is how you add bookmark, and also this is what bookmark is used for. So you can, if I have a particular information now on this report, maybe for this region, North America, I want North America, it looks like the country that where we made the lowest sales, the lowest revenue is looking like here, right? North America. So I'll just come here with this. I want to capture this place concerning North America. So I'm going to add a new insert, and I'll come here to buttons. This time I'm going to add the one for info, this button here for info, and I'll bring it here. So you can change the color. So I'm going to give this to show that it's very important. I wanted to capture this state the way it is now. So come with this selected info, the action, come here, you can as well the style, you can change the color of the icon. You don't want this, you want, maybe you want red, so you can just change the color. Can you see that's red? Then I'll come here, go to my view tab. Then in my view tab, I'm going to click on this bookmark selection, and same thing with this. So I'm going to add a, and I'll rename this a bookmark, and I'll rename this to, let me just give this North America. Then I'll hit enter. Then I'm going to update this like this with the way everything is currently updated. So I'm telling it to capture this bookmark North America, to capture all this here concerning North America, the way the report is now. Once it's updated, then I'll go back to my button, format button, switch on the action, come here, and it's not back but bookmark, so not none, so I'll say North America. So let's see what happens. Let me switch this off, these two off now. Let's say I add, let me just unfilter this now. So let's click on this one to unfilter everything. That's, can you see the usefulness of this? So I've filtered everything now. But I want to just see the information about the North America, since I want my stakeholders or whoever I will explaining to see them this is about, these very important details about North America. So just click on Control click, and that would bring out the page for North America. This is for North America. So you can see that this is the only one that is in orange color. Others are faint, and it's showing that everything has been filtered. So you see this is how you add bookmarks to your page or your reports in Power BI. Yeah, the last thing I want to show us is how to add tooltip. So I click on this plus sign. I'll show you how I added that tooltips that you are seeing that is hovering around that. But so I'll just I think, let me just, it's just reports, I'll delete that particular one. Yes, I'll delete it. So I'm coming here. So this is reports we built. If I hover around now, I don't think you would not find that. So you can see this is normal. I've deleted that particular, you won't find it anymore. So how do I add this in? A new page. Then I'll come here to my format reports page, go to your canvas setting, under type, change from 16:9 to just tooltip. So I have the tooltip here. The first thing I want to add is a card visual. A card visual that would show the total revenue. Then I'll come here and select the single card visual. Here I'll resize it. Then the next thing I want to do is to go to my key measures, and I'll add in total revenue, do the formatting. My colored value, I want to decrease to 25. So we have this, and make it bold. Going back, the category label, I'll give it 10. So I have this way. Then I want to add a bar chart that would show the top 5 states in every of the countries. So I'll come here, go to my location key, and I'll add state. Then I'll go back and select total revenue for it. So how do I show top 5 states? So come here, you want to get the top 5 states. So my feature is going to be here on the state, and I would say don't select basic featuring, go to just top N. So here in top N, I would just type in 5. What do you want to slice this through? What's the filter based on the total revenue? Then I would apply the filter, and this will return the top 5. So I'll come here, I'm still formatting this. For my x-axis, I don't want to see all these values here, so I'll remove them. by unchecking this. Just switch it off, so that will take that away. Then the next thing I want to look at is I want to add data labels. So switch on data labels. And what else? So I'm just going to drag this to this side, increase it a bit. So maybe you want to see it clearly and it's not, maybe you just to see it well, just come here to your view and you see in your scale to fit, come here to page view. Currently is an actual size. If I click on fit to width, you can see it well. If I click on fit to page, you can see it, so you can do the editing you want to do. But I'll just leave it at the actual size because that's what's going to show. So this way, maybe when you're trying to create it first, you would click on fit to page so you can know what where you're doing well, and once you are done, you'd preview it using the actual size to see how it will look like when you. And the next thing is drag tooltip fields here. So what are those fields you want it to be in? Anytime you hover around those fields on your main report so that you see the tooltip, I want it to be on the, because I created a map with the country and as well as the total revenue. So I just come here to my lookup for location, then I'll drag in country to this place. So any of the visual that contains country, anytime I hover around it, it would bring this tooltip. So I'd come here to my page 4 and let's see what happens. So the page where I built the report, so I hover around this. Can you see when I hover around, I get to see the 31 million naira for this particular country. And maybe I should have just added, okay, so now let's go back and do something. Instead of adding just only the card visual for total revenue, why not add the country name itself? So let's just uncheck this and I'm going to add in the country. So that brings the country first name like this. So let's do it this way, and I'll just rename this from country first name to just country or country name. So that should make more sense since we already have the total revenue for every of the states here showing. So this should make more sense. So let's go back and see. Let's go back. So when I hover around this, I get to see this is United States and these are the countries in it, the top 5 countries: California, Washington, Oregon, Wyoming, these other states. Like hover around this, okay, this is Canada, these are the states, the top 5 states and the revenue generated. So when I hover around any of the country here, any of those bubbles, you get to see the country name as well as the states in those country, and you know, okay, the state earning the highest revenue in France is Paris. Then come here, anytime I hover around, I get to see. So this makes no sense, right? This is how you build reports in Power BI. So there are more advanced way of building a report. There's some crazy report you see, and if you see how the whole manipulation is just coming up with that report, my god, you would know there are lots. But I want to believe you've been able to pick 1 or 2 from this video, and show the bookmark aspect, how to add tooltips, customize your tooltips, I mean, add URL, attach or link your reports to your social media handles. We all looked at how to do that in this video. One last thing before we go, I didn't show us how you can add your theme, how you can change the theme. Currently, if I change this theme now from the one here, the current theme is solar, I change it to, let's say I pick Frontier, you'd see that it will change this whole, can you see how that changed the whole report? So you can change your background to anything. I don't mind if you guys review this report and change it, give it your own color, give it your own style. You can as well modify a particular theme. So let's say I'm using this currently, you can see we have browse, you can browse for more theme, customize your current theme. If you can customize it, take it to a place where you customize the theme and you rename, give it a name of your own, change the color of everything and the next. But I think I would love to go with my first theme because I like the way it's looking and the fact that it's matching my brand color, so I love it. Let's go with this and boom. Another last thing, for you to be able to share this report, you have to publish it to your Power BI service. And for you to be able to access that, you need either a work email or a school email, because it would not allow you to sign into your Power BI service using your personal email. So when I come here to my home tab, you'd see the publish. Let me just click on this button here, and so you can see we have the publish here to share. So when I click on publish, then do you want to save your changes? Yes, I want to save my changes. I want to save my changes, and the email it requires of you here is either your work email or your organization email or your school email. It won't take your personal email. So note that that's the only way you can share your report to the Power BI service. Alright, so that is that on sharing your report. So at the same time, you can convert this to a PDF. Let me just come here to file, and here in file you see export as what. When I click on export, we have this, it has Power BI template as export to PDF. So I click on export to PDF, and this will export the whole, it will generate a PDF from your data. So let's wait for it, and you would see, and from there you can, so it's exporting everything. You can see page 1, page 2, to export everything. Let's wait for it to bring. So this is the first page that contains all the metrics we used in our last video. Then can you see the report itself that we built? Yeah. So sometimes most people want, after exporting, that's when you now screenshot to share your work, to share the report. How do I screenshot? Just Windows Shift S. I don't know what you use to, what the shortcut is for snipping tools on your own system, but for mine I use Windows, that's Windows Shift S, and that will bring out the snipping tool to screenshot and save on your laptop. So see you all in my next video, which is going to be on Microsoft SQL Server. That's SQL. Some people call it SQL, some call it SQL. So whichever one you call it, see you in my next video. Alright guys, bye. If you have questions, don't forget to send them in using the comment section, and yes, I'll be there to answer every one of you. As usual, don't forget to practice. Don't forget to just don't forget to practice, because you're practicing beats the perfection. Do well to hit that subscribe button if you're here to subscribe. Do well to share to them that know they need this knowledge. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll meet again in our next video. Bye.